Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to create this realistic hair drawing in the app IBIS Paint X. So let's get started. First I'm going to open a FHD canvas in my IBIS Paint X app, and here is my reference window. So just click on this to import your reference. Go to gallery, and sometimes I get ad like this. Okay, so here I have downloaded this image from Pinterest. So I'm going to draw this hair now, so only the hair. For that I'm going to import the same image as a layer so that I can trace the shape easily, because sometimes I feel difficult to create that exact shape. So I'm just positioning like this. Yeah, when you get something like this, extract line drawing, just click on this cancel, and I'm just changing the position of this layer, moving that to the bottom and reducing the opacity because I just need the shape. So I'm just using this only for the sake of the tracing the shape. And when it comes to color, choose you can see so much variations in her hair color. So don't go for something very light. Don't go for something very light like this or too dark like this. So just here you can see this looks something in between, uh, the darkest and the lightest. So choose something like that, and you can use any solid brush. Here I'm using Felt Tip Pen hard brush, and I'm going to just draw the shape randomly. So this is just to fill, because here we have hair here and there, here and here's or in that places, but here it is it almost covers everything. It didn't show off any skin or background or something like that, so we can fill that areas completely with that color like this. Yeah, now I'm on second layer. Choose bucket. On the settings, keep that in current layer. Otherwise, if you keep that in canvas as default, you'll get something like this, because it consider the everything present in this entire canvas from all the layers. So especially it consider everything below that layer. So always keep reference layer as current layer while using the bucket tool. Fill like this, and after that, using the hair brush, we're going to fill manually, means hair details, everything we're going to do like this. Also, while making these hair strokes, use this force fade, because that gives you know high quality details compared to when it is when it is not on. So always use this force fade whenever you are using watercolor, or if you are applying any texture, or for all those purpose. consider using that phosphate. So here we have some hair like this, hair bands. So if you feel yours is not blending like this, you get a separate color variation between the strokes. You can go to this type and change it to water, and you can color mix, increase the color mix value and drag all those things. But for now I don't have any you know a need for that, so I'm just keeping that in mono and doing all those things like this. As I told already in my previous videos, when you're drawing hair, go on with the flow of the hair. If you have some, sorry, here the flow of the hair is like this. So you also need to go in that way, or if you go in this way, you can see the highlight, everything changes. So always go on with the flow of the shape, especially when it comes to hair. So here you can see there are more to fill in these areas. So here you can find a difference. When I make a random strokes, it looks not that good, not that realistic. Like this. Here we have thinnest details, so I just reduce the opacity, otherwise it will look more darker and more dense compared to the original. Yeah. So here you can see now, before I made the background color fillings using the fill tip and hard brush and the bucket tool. So all those details are present in the same layer. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure I blend them well like this, so that there is no variation or difference between these hair strokes that I'm making now and the the solid details I done before. Here you can see there is some difference, so that you can find that there is some solid details you have already done before, and you are doing the all these details over that, and still it didn't blend well. So never do that. Always make sure it didn't show off separately. Okay, almost I filled everything. Like this. Now if you feel whether it is perfect or not, just switch off the visibility of these reference, and now you can know where it is transparent and where it is filled properly. So here you can see I didn't fill the areas properly with the strokes. So some may feel like I'm doing the process in a difficult way, like instead of drawing simple as much as possible, I'm making it difficult. But the thing is, if you want to draw realistic, then this is the tutorial for that. But if you want to draw something like a cartoon style, and if you don't want so much of realistic details, then you can uh, you don't all this you don't need all this process. So this is mainly for some realistic hair drawing. And here I created a new layer, and I'm going to change the blending mode of this layer to add, and I'm going to add the highlight details step by step. So here you can see I didn't change the color, I'm using the same color, but the blending mode is add, so that's why you can see the color variation. So use the same color wherever you need that glowy details, there you add these strokes. So here also I'm trying my best to avoid complexity, you know, making I make sure I make it simple, understandable. You can play with bigger size of the brush, then reducing the opacity of those things. As I told in many videos, always use the lowest opacity possible for any brush, whatever the brush may be. But when it comes to add blending mode, when you are using add blending mode, consider reducing the opacity of the brush to the lowest. So here there is a glow. Now we got a little bit of that. Wherever you want to add the extra curves, there you can add using the highlight, using this add blending mode detail layer. Okay, I think it is a little bit looking realistic. We have to do some more. So now just create a new layer, move it to the bottom of the add blending mode layer, and change the blending mode of this layer to linear bond, which means I'm going to draw the shadow details. Still I'm using the same color, same brush, but it shows the difference because I just changed the blending mode of this layer. So wherever you need the darker shadow details, there you can use this blending mode. So here we can see there is a curve. So like that. Then here, then here, because that is a highlight here and there is a bending here which shows some darker shade like this. And here you can see there is the most darker shade of this hair in this place. So you can increase the opacity, not to the highest but like this, and make some strokes, not too much, just a little bit, and reduce the opacity, then make some more strokes. Like this. And here you can see some darker shades. Then here you can find some darker shades here as well. Okay, it looks almost similar. If you want to add some lightest highlights, then create one more layer with the add blending mode and choose the most lightest color. Use the same brush, or you can also try some brushes like round brush normal. So I will show you how to use it. So this is round brush normal. So I'm going to use wherever I need the highlight. You can find a huge difference between this and this when it comes to glow, right? And here, if you feel like you made so much strokes than you need and it looks more glossy like that, just reduce the opacity of the that layer. That's why I just created a new layer instead of drawing on the same add blending mode layer, so that you can adjust the details, one detail or the another, because this highlight have the different color shade, and the highlight, the add blending mode layer that I used before has different shade, so you can adjust which one you don't like or you feel more like this. Okay. Making that, and if you feel this is very lighter, then adjust like this. Now it looks almost similar. Yes, I guess. So now, if you have any changes, you can make or you can save it. So I just made the details only for the hair. If you want to make some realistic face drawing tutorial, just tell in the comments so that I'll make a video for that. Yeah, almost similar. Now I'm going to save this as PNG as well as transparent PNG, and I will show that now. So this is PNG, and this is transparent PNG. So if you want to save this as transparent, and if you want to use for multiple purpose, you can save this as transparent and use wherever you want. So if you like my tutorials, and if you are searching for some valid IBS Paint X tutorials, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.